Okay, hello, intrepid adventurers coming through hurricanes and tornadoes and hail, unstoppable in your commitment to your success in our collaborative endeavors. This is just outrageously impressive. We should all be impressed with ourselves and each other and acknowledge that we're a bit of a smaller group. There was quite a scare going around the entire region. so, so glad that those of you who are here are here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit of how the next hour and 15 minutes is going to go. We're going to try and be very structured in this next bit of time. And then at 7:15, ideally, we should have time to engage again, further engage with these categories on the walls, further engage with each other, make connections with people that you want to make a connection to, and you can linger as long as you'd like. So there's no pressure at the end. So what we're going to do is, in the next hour and 15 minutes, Natalia is going to introduce and say a couple words on behalf of AIER. I'm going to introduce myself and give my moment to say hi. And then we're going to take a minute each to stand up and represent yourself, your name, who you are, what you do, what you're about, to the entire circle. And then after that, we're going to create 2 concentric circles. And that way, everyone's going to have a moment to get much more intimate, take a minute to get a little bit more connected with everybody in the room. So how that happens is there'll be first circle round, and then the inner circle will create its own circle, and the outer circle will create its own outer circle, because otherwise you'll never meet the person who's 3 people down in your own circle, right? So by the end of that engagement, everybody should have met and connected with everybody in the room. The idea, okay, let me just say a couple of words about what's on the wall. So the idea is that these categories are the ways that we make money in this region. I'm sure there's categories that are missing, and if they are, I really would like us to create them and put them up and do that. Maybe at the end, we'll kind of work to flesh out other categories that are missing. And by broadcasting, letting each other know what we're up to, and connecting, we then can start to collaborate together. And that is the way you make money, is you trade services, you exchange your wealth of skill, talent. And if nobody knows about you, then it's hard for that exchange to take place, right? And also, depending upon where you choose to make that exchange, makes a difference at a cultural level. And that's, expressed in buy local, right? This idea, if you buy something local, you're supporting your local economy versus buying something made in China. Then you're supporting the Chinese economy, right? So that's the same thing, is that if we can actually start tapping into each other, broadcasting, networking, and using each other, we will be empowering ourselves financially and career-wise and impact in the world and all of that nifty, groovy, awesome stuff. So I will take pictures of all of these and we'll figure out how to disseminate this information. Anybody who has a brilliant idea about how to disseminate this information should come and talk to me. Your skills are needed. And then at the very end of this structured period of time, I want us to just play with a mind map together, right? So the mind map would be, where are different groupings, where can a new intersection happen? Where would be an innovation? Like, for example, maybe Catherine, who leads these amazing cleansing, week-long cleanses, green juices, would connect with Laura Meister, who grows amazing greens. And she would fund the green juicing project, something like that. So we want to look at all the kind of things that we're not thinking of right now, but if we take 2 seconds of creative brainstorming with our brilliance, we're going to come up with all kinds of very cool new ideas, whether we use them or not, but at least we get the wheels turning, okay? So Natalia, will you come up and tell us about AIER?
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Natalia Smirnova, like vodka, Smirnov vodka, that's my last name. So easy to remember. So I just joined AIR in January, so I'm a new person here, but I participated in this series since October. So I learned a lot. Through interaction with some of you and through participating in all the seminars that were created. So I just want to let you know that I'm Assistant Director of Research and Education here at IRR. So we are a non-partisan, non-for-profit organization who does economic research. And then our second mission is to disseminate those findings in a friendly manner to the general public. And so therefore the second arm of our research mission is education. So we want to educate the public on the issues of economics that are dear to everyone's heart. For example, like Social Security reform, minimum wage, and business cycle, recession, and these kind of things. So we do outreach activities for local schools. I'm reaching out to colleges. So we have internship program here, going to start in 10 days. We're excited for that. So again, that is our way of also educating the young citizens of this country so they understand better all economics issues and stuff about economy. Okay, but what I also wanted to tell you that today is our last series for this academic year. So we'll have summer to think through, to rethink what we learned from your what's it called? Feedback forms, which we really study very carefully. And we would like to, for next year, we would like to come up with something special, something different, something maybe more coherent. And so we would like if today you fill out a feedback form and you say, well, I really want to learn that particular topic about financial literacy or economics or something, so we can kind of put it in the curriculum. So I came from academia, so I'm on this curriculum, assessment mindset. So I want to have, as Maya and I, to have a plan for the whole academic year for next time. So you would know if you missed one in October, in November, what is coming. You kind of have a plan and you kind of participate accordingly. So we will take that time to do that brainstorming, to work on these issues, and then so we hope that next year we'll see you again and in a much better and maybe not better in terms of topic coverings, but more coherent and again enhanced in somewhat the series. And then one last thing about myself, since I'm an academic person, so my research, I did the research before I came here, and research was concentrated on Russian transition from central planning to market economy, and on position of women in the labor force. And I can also show, if we get that topic in the agenda for next fall, I can show you all different kinds of research that I know you are really great American women and we're empowering ourselves and we're great, but other parts of the world have completely different look on the empowerment, look on the position of women, attention to women, so I can share some of these. But so therefore, this series kind of dear to my heart too, because I'm kind of a proponent of empowerment women in Russia. So I'll learn from you also. So thank you very much, and I hope we'll see you next year.
Okay, thank you, Natalia. So that the gift that we ask in return is that on your way out, you fill out that feedback form. Okay, take just a time. There's going to be a stack of them right on the table. It shouldn't. I designed them so simple: yes, no, and a little sentence or two will make all the difference for us. Okay, and as Natalia was saying, to invest money, to have a long-term money strategy, you need to have money to do that. So this is all about what we can do to support the flourishing of our ventures, our initiatives, our projects, our businesses, our missions, the whole thing. So I'm going to take probably a minute, maybe slightly longer, maybe even shorter, and say who I am, and then we're going to start going around the room. So when you get the microphone, you want to stand up and take your minute. And I will have a little dinger on the iPhone, just as a gentle reminder, just in case you check out and go into time warp and you completely got unrelated to time. That will just help bring you back to, like, oh, this is now I'm going to wrap up my sentence now that I've heard that dinger. Okay? So I am Maya Conti. And I have for a year now been working in collaboration with AIER and also Melissa McGarity in creating the Women's Financial Empowerment Series. But my major mission in life is to support a renaissance on the entire planet. And to not get overwhelmed by that enormity of that task, I take the approach of act local, think global. And so, to the best of my ability, engaging with the potential that we have here in the Berkshires, and the focus that I have with that is on women's empowerment. So I run Walking Our Talk groups with my teaching partner, Mary Campbell, and these groups have been extraordinary. We have about 25 Walking Our Talk women out in the community. There's one right there. Any other Walking Our Talk women here? Okay. I also practice as a life coach with individuals, and again, tending to be women who have a vision, an idea, something outrageous that they want to create, but how do you monetize that? How do we make that happen? How do we get beyond the belief structure of, it's not possible, all the doubts, and just create a strategy and be a partner for succeeding on that mission? And then the other way is to help create and be on the wild ride of discovery of the Women's Financial Empowerment Series, which is looking to support the local economy through women's empowerment. And I believe in men and women, all of us being empowered, but everybody's got their little niche, and we have our job to do too. Okay, so that's me. And now let's start with Maura. Maura, may I call on you? Okay, so we'll just go circle like this, and then when we get there to Kristen, then we'll jump back to the back. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Hi, and thank you. I'm Maura Rose, and I'm the owner of Rose Care Patient Advocates. I'm both an RN and a family nurse practitioner, so I'll keep walking around. The aim of my business is to ease the burden of dis-ease, and I do that in a variety of ways. I offer a variety of services. From care coordination, which involves helping somebody find support, a care plan, a comprehensive care plan to help them heal and even age in their own home. Right now, I'm even involved in training. I see somebody here who's part of training people to become home health aides. We have some wonderful women in the community, and I feel that I want to also elevate the status of the home healthcare worker. What always annoys me is the fact that somebody gets paid $25 an hour to walk a dog, but yet we only pay people $10.75 in this area to take care of your mother. So that's one aspect of it. The second aspect is patient advocacy, helping somebody who's going through a very difficult diagnosis or they've had a chronic disease find the most appropriate and holistic services. So to be able to offer to someone the whole spectrum of services, but to be able to give it in a well-researched way. Oh, sorry. Okay, thank you very much. We're going.
Oh, I actually said that way, but that's fine.
Oh, Maura, like Laura, but with him.
Just leave it on.
Oh. Oh, thanks for making me even more self-conscious now. This is hard, talking in the round like this. I just feel like I should be on a Lazy Susan. And just keep going around. My name is Ren Bernstein, and 1 minute to say what I'm about. The thing that really moves me and drives me in my life is seeing what happens when human beings come together in common purpose. And I feel that that is our next evolutionary step as human beings in terms of our consciousness. To that end, I run, and this is not a profit thing, it's free. It's a women's salon, which does not mean a place where we do hair and nails. It's actually a place where we come together and discuss issues pertinent to our thriving and liberation as women. I'm also a life coach, a hypnotist,
and a psychotherapist. I work at Canyon Ranch as my day job, and I also see people privately.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Annalisa Roseberg, and I am passionate about our coming back to ourselves and connecting more deeply again with kindness and love to each other, to ourselves, to the earth, and to spirit. Because I feel that when we do that, the world will be a kinder place. We will have raised the vibration of the planet. That's my small mission. And, in order to do that, some of the things that I wear many hats. And I love being here in the Berkshires. I just moved here about 16 months ago, and I feel at home. And what I love about it is all this collaboration that goes on so much. So my piece of that, I'm an expert in transition, having helped people move internationally. I'm an artist. My art is all about raising the vibration using Hebrew letter mandalas. I have this so many hats. See? It's very hard. So come read my list of things that I do. And stay tuned because I have some collaborative efforts that I'm looking forward to doing here and workshops, etc., to raise the vibration and have a good time.
All right, so hello everybody. I'm Amber Chand, and my mission is to celebrate women's peace and prosperity around the world, globally and locally. I arrived here in this community 18 months ago, and I have found home. I have found my tribe. And so I'm grateful to all of you for welcoming me here with such open arms. My work is threefold. I've launched my practice here as an entrepreneur coach. And I work with women specifically on mindset issues, because before you can become a successful businesswoman, you need to have the inner confidence to take you into that place. So my coaching practice is devoted to that. I also lead journeys to India called the Global Journey. It's actually called Marigolds, Mystics, and Mountains, where I take American women to the foothills of the Himalayas, and we are there to embrace Mother India through the lens of the feminine. And last, I have a company, an online company called the Women's Peace Collection, and I celebrate women artisans around the globe through this wonderful collection of gifts. And that is it in a nutshell, but we'll talk later, won't we?
Yeah, great.
Good evening. My name is Shrestha, and my goal in life is to really nurture the seeds of consciousness and compassion in the world. And I'm here representing my business as a massage therapist. I go to your home and I touch your pain, and I'm there with you. And I work with children as well. I work with the elderly. I work with wheelchair-bound. I do deeply therapeutic work, physical therapeutic work, and I do spiritually renewing work. I'm also a conscious living coach. I'm a life coach. And my current and latest and newest project that is just developing now, and I'm really excited about it, is called the Mama Project. And it's going to be a program for mothers in all stages to help them re-envision their view and vision of themselves as mothers from where they are right now. And I'm really excited about that. And I am very much open to collaborations and all sorts of creative projects.
Hi, everyone. This is fun. Actually, I'm Ann Barrett, and I founded and am president of Ann Barrett Associates, Inc. And what we do is work with individuals in small to medium-sized companies to help them grow with for-profits and not-for-profits. I have 25 years of experience in executive leadership roles and a very strong background in healthcare. I've worked in administrative positions in the healthcare industry, including home health. I'm very interested in what you're doing. And I'm very interested in what each of you are doing, and I'm looking forward to speaking with each of you to see if you're pleased with where you are and where your business is, or if you feel you're stuck, is something keeping you from moving forward. And as a special offer tonight on the table, there's a card that if you're here tonight, I'd love to meet with you free of charge for an hour to find out what is holding you back and how I best and we together can move forward.
Make sure nothing, I don't have any toilet paper stuck on my shoe. Okay. I was not prepared for this at all, but I'm Ashley Barrett, and I study sustainability at the University of Massachusetts, and I just graduated. And so what I was taught was that the essence of sustainability begins with yourself, and what I'm launching is a green juice delivery service, as well as medicinal plants, because that was what I really studied, was holistic health and medicinal plants. And so the cleanse sounds really amazing. So that's what I'm doing. I have a lot of people that are interested, but I need help. So that's why I'm here. That's it.
I'm going to start this way. My name is Melissa McGarity. I'm a financial advisor with my business partner with the Webb McGarity Wealth Management Group at RBC Wealth Management. And when I'm not doing wheel pottery or dancing or eating out at one of our amazing local restaurants, I am passionately helping people understand their finances and working with them on long-term investment goals and plans for individuals and families. And I got in the business about 3.5 years ago, and there are not a lot of women in my field, but so one of the things I love is to be able to be a woman in this field and to help other women understand and learn to work with their finances and feel comfortable with their finances and where they are and where they want to go and with what they have. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to knock on my door. It's always open. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Susan May, and I provide compassionate care for the elderly. And I wasn't prepared to speak, but I'll just tell you a little bit about what I've done. I've had some clients, one who is legally blind, another who has dementia, across a range of spectrums and abilities. And I try to look at each person individually and provide compassionate care. What are their interests? What can we do to further them or to keep their abilities and independence as long as they can? And I can do this on a part-time basis. If you're the carer, the primary caregiver for an elderly person, you might want some another hand to help or to have some respite, and I can provide that.
I feel strange. I'm not involved in spirituality. My name's Karen Schriefter. I have several hats. One is Karen Schriefter Landscape Design, which I get to be paid to play in the dirt, which is what I do when I come home. And I love it, and I changed career as an old person, so I really am grateful. Apropos of seniors, I also do the monthly newspaper Berkshire Senior, which is published by Elder Services. And so I'd love to speak to you later about that. Part of Karen Schriefter Landscape Design is I thought that was my line. Is Welcome Home, which helps people who want to sell their home make it look like you make it, what do they say, curb appeal. So those are my three, and my major strength is that I can almost read clients' minds what they want, or I get them to tell me, so I look like I can read their minds. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alana, and I'm in a process sort of rebranding and redesigning my work and how I talk about it. I was just thinking just now, it's kind of like being the caterpillar and then being in the chrysalis and totally unforming to come out into this new version. So what I can say kind of at the heart of what I do is about kind of twofold. One is about changing the culture and the paradigm of childhood. I have a passion for changing the way that we think about children, the way that we relate to children, the way that our culture interacts with children, really in the sense of maintaining kind of the essence, the self-knowledge, the enthusiasm, the passion that kids came here with. We get disconnected from that as we grow, and I think a lot because of how we're treated, how people respond to us. So my work is one about how do we be with children in a way that they can maintain that, and the other is how do I support adults in regaining that sense that they had when they were 5, coming back to that sense of essence and passion.
My name is Mimi Krzyzak, and I have a not-for-profit company that would like to help people be able to meditate and de-stress, and it sounds like everybody here could use a little bit of that. But what we do is actually make beautiful meditation cushions so that it can be in your home, not in your closet, and they're made in this area. They're made with organic buckwheat hulls. They're made by women in the Berkshires. We're looking for more women to make them and sell them. We have an online presence, and it's called sitlonger.com. And the eventual goal is that everybody gets to relax. And it just brings what you're all saying, world peace, vibrations, all of it, in whatever method you can. But our cushions are designed to be comfortable for people of all stages and ages of life. I cannot sit comfortably in a regular meditation cushion. So I started making these for my own purpose, and people started discovering them. So sitlonger.com, and happy to talk to any of you because I need photography, fabrics, people.
Hi, my name is Jessica Burlingame, and I'm passionate about helping individuals and organizations thrive. And I have a background in both humanities and in business, so I have a foot in well, at least a couple of worlds. I do leadership development consulting, I do organizational consulting, and I do executive and career coaching as well. And I'm so delighted to be here with you all in the Berkshires and to talk about collaborations. So look forward to meeting each and every one of you this evening. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Jody Luby, and I've been president of Jody Luby and Company for about 28 years. I moved here from New York a couple of years ago. My business is graphic design and brand identity. And I've helped people launch businesses. I have extensive background in direct marketing and packaging and web design and all of those things that most companies need to promote themselves. So in addition to developing the brand, I help people figure out where they should market themselves, how they should market themselves, and then implement the plan. So it's a pretty complete service. And I'm waiting for somebody here to actually manufacture something, so I hope there are some among us that do that. Anyway, thank you.
My name is Mary McGurn. I'm a retailer. I have been a retailer for close to 20 years, which sometimes amazes me that I've been able to stay that long. And right now, in retailing in Lenox, things are getting tough. It's getting very hard, a lot of competition, online, offline. And when I started the company, what amazes me when I'm here is how many of you have gotten up and identified yourself as coaches, as people who help women develop a business, bring out their brand, find their inner self, find the stamina to do what needs to be done if you want to be an entrepreneur. 20 years ago, I didn't have you. I didn't have any of you 20 years ago. I was isolated. So I am very happy to see this group. I'm very happy to see the extraordinary number in such a small gathering who are devoted to helping women like me. So I thank you. I am very interested in sitting next to you. All right? Because we have a physical store, we have an online store. Both have been an extreme learning curve, and it is a learning curve that hasn't ended. Thank you.
Mary, is it a local store?
Oh, yes.
Will you tell
Lennox.
us the name of your store?
Colorful Stitches. You can't miss us. We believe in big business cards. You notice
Did
the
you
size
do
of
the
those
yarn?
cards?
Did you do the yarn for the reading at Shakespeare and Company?
Yes. We do yarn bombing. Anything you want, anything
It was so cool.
You know what it is? Good. You know what it is? Company.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It was so
Yes, that's us.
Great. I'm Kristen Vangenhoven. I'm the co-founder and artistic director of WHAM Theater, which stands for Women's Action Movement. And in 2009, I moved to the Berkshires. I'm Canadian, and via Europe with my British computer scientist husband, we landed in the Berkshires. And I read a book called Half the Sky, Turning Oppression into Opportunity for Women Worldwide by Nicholas Kristof and Cheryl Boudin, and talking about outrageous visions. I was inspired to start a theater company because my passion is theater and women's issues. So I wanted to find a way to use theater to benefit women and girls. So we create jobs for people like me who don't want to live in a big city like New York, but want to live in a beautiful paradise like the Berkshires and still work in the field that they want to work in, like the theater. And we donate a portion of proceeds from every main stage production that we do to a women's organization that's out there on the front lines dealing with the issues that I personally wouldn't have the resilience to do, but I can create an entertaining evening in the theater. And that's me.
Hi, I'm Sarah Todd, and I'm a journalist. I work here at AIR, running their blog, which is called dailyeconomy.org, and it's a space for people to talk about the issues that impact people in their everyday lives that relate to economics and money, business, finance, so you should all definitely check it out. I also run their social media accounts. And in addition to that, I work for Rural Intelligence, which is a local weekly online magazine that some of you may be familiar with. And I'm the health and wellness editor, so I'm especially interested in connecting with all of you who operate in that area. And I also do party photos and write about the arts around here too. So if you have anything related to that, I would like to talk to you. Thanks.
It's so much safer back here, you know. But
oh, take a risk.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Mary Campbell. I am basically about connection. I am currently about to be ordained as an interfaith, interspiritual minister. I come up to that from my passion to connect deeply with ourselves through whatever means that is. Whatever religion, whatever direction we go, often we all have this basic core of connection. So I help coaching and counseling women to find that essence in themselves and to bring that into the world in a more powerful way. Maya and I are part of Walking Our Talk, which is something we created 7 years ago, and have had at least 5 different groups of women go through semester-long programs about purpose and about nurturance. So it's really caring, putting both being in the world, in yourself, and doing in the world for good. I'm also an intimacy coach, and I work with women, particularly around their connections to themselves and other people, men or women, around sexual and sensual issues. So especially those places that block us from being our fullest selves. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sarah Prochel. I am a midwife, help women have their babies at home here in the Berkshires and in New York, and also support women in hospital births to have empowered births. And I'm really interested in the empowerment of women because I see that when women get empowered, that it changes the whole society. And I have a vision of creating an international school for midwifery, and that's in the works. And it's a place where women can come together from around the world to study midwifery and also to take leadership in changing the culture of birth around the world. Cool.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amy Dwidowitz, and my business is called Choose Evolution Coaching Systems. I also have another business called NRG Management and Company. And I'm a lifestyle catalyst, and I coach overachievers and highly successful people who are in perpetual transition to purposeful transformation. You're right, yeah. And I'm also a yoga instructor in Pittsfield at the Yoga Depot and at Radiance Yoga. And I did actually just walk in, so I have no idea what I'm supposed to be saying, but I am figuring it out as I go. So my vision and my mission in life is really to help raise the vibration of this planet, one person at a time, one soul at a time. And I believe that that happens innately through women who then can instill that in their children, who can instill that in their loved ones and the rest of the world around them. So.
I'll go to the middle. I'm Emma Jean Rombach. I'm an acupuncturist and owner of Dancing Dragonfly Acupuncture in Lenox. And I'm sorry, I wore my wellies because it was pouring down rain. And I empower women who are stressed out, tired, not sleeping well, and ready to make transitions in their life, because I often find that health is our limiting factor for our business to succeed. So we're all here talking about empowerment, but if we're not healthy, we're not doing well. So I am particularly passionate about nutrition. In my previous life, I was a research scientist, and I worked particularly with cancer. I'm all about preventing cancer, and if you check out my blog, I'm all about the not gonna get cancer lifestyle. So one of the things I wanted to offer to everybody here is a chance to come in and relax and de-stress. So I have certificates for complimentary auricular acupuncture treatments for everybody. Because again, I believe that there's no way to be halfway healthy. And women come in all the time telling me, oh, we kind of feel good, you know, we're tired a little bit, we're kind of healthy. Say there's no way to be halfway healthy. If you're halfway healthy, you're either sick or dead. So that's part of my job, is to transform, heal, and thrive.
Hi, my name is Catherine Miller, and I'm the founder of Cosmic Kitchen. I founded about almost 3 years ago. And I do holistic health coaching, mostly for women. I do online programs. My 7 Days to Radiance Cleanse is the one that Maya had mentioned. And then I also do public and private cooking classes. And lately I've been having this idea that for women to really get radical and revolutionary is to get back in the kitchen. It was our freedom to get out of the kitchen and get out of that caretaking role, and we're still working on that, but our health has suffered as a result. And so I'm teaching women how to love foods that love them back, the foods and the lifestyle that feed their passion to help other women, to create businesses, to make money, to live their purpose and their dream. And that's what I love doing more than anything else. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Carol Noble. I'm a psychologist, and I've been doing this for about more than 35 years. I help people to improve their lives. That may mean improving their health, helping them to get through a life crisis, an illness, making choices about how to get treatment for different areas, chronic illness, managing that better. I help people improve their relationships and improve their feelings about themselves. If you feel better, you can be more successful. So thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Hi, I'm Maria Crespo, and I make on the side when I'm not working Asia Luna products, which is soaps and body scrubs, mist sprays, basically all natural products with essential oils. And we do fun things too, like bug spray and bubble kits. So, and I'm not very good at speaking in front of people.
Hi, my name is Elaine Caligiuri, and I wear a few hats. I'm an environmental experiential educator with heart. I'm also a textile artist, and I'm also a ropes course facilitator. I do a lot of youth, teen, and family programs from the West Coast, and I'm just starting to do some here. I worked at Kripalu doing circus yoga and doing a teen leadership and empowerment programs for several years. I do arts, crafts, outdoor education. Mostly what I do is, right now I'm working with 4-H and I'm working with youth and children to do self-directed learning. I'm homeschooling my child, and I run a bunch of classes for homeschoolers as well as in the public school, and I really want kids to be empowered about their learning and experiential. I'm also getting my certificate in a parent education program out of California called Hand in Hand Parenting, and it's all about connecting. It's called Parenting by Connection. So I'm also starting a group of people that are interested in the Berkshire's Eco Village. So talk to me about that. We have a land prospect.
Hi, I'm your local Toastmaster, among others, in this room. Hopefully you've all heard of it. Raise your hand if you've heard of Toastmasters. All right, Toastmasters. That means you can go to a meeting at the Berkshire Community College maybe twice a month. Look it up, Southern Berkshire. And then you can speak for another minute there. I brought a prop. Just, doesn't it look pretty? It's a friend, gives it out for free. You can come talk to me later and I'll make a bunch and give them all to you. And I am a community networker, and I go globally. And guess what? Birth angels. They're not even on the planet. Isn't that great? You can network beyond what you see. And this book by Tara Cox is inspired by something she found in France that was 500 years old, and they dusted it off and translated it. So you can look up your birth angel, or I'll help you do that. So I'm Catherine Palmer Payton. Google me. I've written a lot to the newspapers. I have a flyer about my son, Kalen Payton, who passed away. And basically, the message is watch your kids, watch the kids in your town this time of year where they all go outside, want to play in the rivers, and have some fun. Anybody under 18 should be supervised by an adult, and hopefully they'll be smart enough to keep those adults handy afterwards. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Eve Schatz. I'm an attorney in Great Barrington. I'm an attorney with a heart, and I practice civil law, real estate closings, divorce, wills, estates. I'm starting to go into educational law and also supplemental trusts to protect disabled people. And I have a history in public interest. I founded the Free Legal Clinic almost 7 years ago, which is right here in Great Barrington. It's a wonderful organization. We connect people with legal, social, and community resources so that the whole person is addressed, not just one part of a problem. And my history is I worked on behalf of patients' rights for 7 years in Florida and introduced a bill into the legislature, and it was signed into law. One of the last things Governor Childs did. And in this area, I worked on behalf of environmental rights. I founded a neighborhood group which brought a local polluter into compliance with DEP regulations. So I will pass on to the next person. Thank you. Eve Schatz. Thank you. And I'll have cards wherever.
I'm so busy writing everybody down. This is so fabulous because one of my gifts is people always ask me what to do or who to see or whatever. So I don't know. It's like, okay, I know who's for you. My name's Dahlia Merritt, and my main hat is I bought a bed and breakfast in Lenox about less than 3 years ago, and it was in disrepair and empty, and I've been a busy beaver and very frugal on how to get it back up there again, and it's been growing and growing and growing, and I enjoy that. But I have other passions for pay, I call it. And so I do gardening maintenance and consulting on home decor and fixing, event planning and fundraising and real estate. And one of my nicknames is the Frugal Martha Stewart.
So I know how to stretch a penny, and I've also been known when people need something, they'll say, you know, keep your eyes out for it, and I'll either find it for free or $1. So thank you.
Dahlia, what's the name of your bed and breakfast?
Oh, Eastgate Inn, B&B in Leonard.
Hi, my name is Brenda Opperman. I am an International Development and Stability Advisor, which you're probably wondering, what is that? That means that I travel to conflict zones, post-conflict zones, and developing countries. I work on democracy building issues, civil society, and women's rights and gender issues, which is incredibly challenging. Like, if I had you to work with over there, my life would be so much easier. As an independent consultant, I basically am a hired gun. I hate to phrase it that way, but I take any project that sounds interesting. So I've worked in the Balkans, Iraq. I got back from Afghanistan last June. I worked in Sudan, you name it. I think I've worked everywhere. I work with the military, which is very challenging. I should state that my mission, passion, whatever in life is, no matter what I work on, underneath everything, I'm really trying to ensure that women have a voice and that they can actually improve their lives and participate in peace building and anything else that improves their lives. So when I came home, my one quick shot is, I've lived in Lee, well, I've had a home in Lee for 13 years that I visit. I'm now trying to figure out something like you, how do you take what you normally do, which I still believe in, and somehow incorporate it into a life where I'm not overseas all the time. So thank you.
That's a great question, Brenda.
Okay, great. My name is Gabrielle Senza, and I'm happy to be here. I wear many hats, although I don't have any of them officially on. I'm an artist, I'm an activist, I'm a musician. I'm a computer tutor. I'm also, by default, out of essential, sort of, you know, my own need, a designer, and many people are asking me to design their stuff as well, so I do design a lot of stuff. And I'm a Radio to Women co-host with Serene Mastriani. So maybe I'll work backwards on that list as quickly as I can. The Radio to Women co-host, Radio to Women show is Thursdays at 1 to 2, and Tuesday evenings, Tuesday afternoons 4 to 5. And we always have fabulous women on the show talking about what they're passionate about. So let's connect. There'd be a lot of people here that we'd love to have on the air. Designer by wow, is that the 1 minute?
That's the 1 minute.
Okay, well there you go.
Okay, you can get 20 more seconds.
All right, I just want to say I'm running a tour to Italy, October 1st through 10th. It's a delightful, delicious tour. It's not a tour, actually, it's a retreat. It's an art retreat. We're not touring around. We're going to be making exquisite things and having exquisite experiences on a vineyard, organic wine. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. So find out more about that. And the computer tutor cards are around, so I can help out with all kinds of things, including websites and teaching you how to run them yourself, which is what I'd like to do. Okay, I'll hand it on. Thank you.
Last but not least, my name is Catherine. You've heard from me before. I help with QuickBooks, office management, organizing your office or your home, that kind of a thing. And I broke into the business way back when I needed a job. And I went to the Berkshire Enterprises Entrepreneurial Training Program. And I was the first person in the first class ever to meet my cash flow projections, which was very low compared to the $1 million, but I was the first one, so that's how I got started. And I have 2 great kids that are all grown up now, and I'm still trying to survive like the rest of us, so thank you.
Keep it very simple. Okay, so now what we have is a pretty short amount of time to do these concentric circles, right? So in this concentric circle, now you hear what each one of these women is about. You're going to need a reminder, right? So you take, again, it's going to be 1 minute. So 1 minute for the person on the inside, 1 minute for the person on the outside. You might want to take 10 seconds of your 1 minute to remind that person what you do. Of course, you have a name tag, which might be helpful. And then share a little bit. What are you creating in your business? What are you looking for? I'm looking for 20 more clients. I have another production going in and I need, 15 actors, dancers, whatever. It's something that you might need. And it could be in an array of places. I need web support. Hey, I heard about this Evernote thing. I'm trying to upgrade. I'm wondering how to go viral with my juicing delivery service. So that you're kind of sharing the what you're looking at strategically in terms of building your business or your initiative or your project or your mission, right? And then that other person is going to be there holding that in their file system, right? And then afterwards, because already it was happening when we were talking, people were going, oh, I need to talk to you. Oh, I definitely need to talk to you, right? So that's what we want to support, that spark. You might want to have even a piece of paper so you can write down, oh, I have to follow up, make sure I talk to her or get that card or whatever it is. So is that pretty clear? Does that sound like a good way to use that minute of connection? Okay, so why don't we have our first circle here come in and circle up, a little bit shoulder to shoulder and face outward. Okay, great. Good. It is. This is called speed dating, speed economic collaboration. Okay, now the outer circle can come up and stand right in front of somebody, and then we might have to, crunch our numbers. We'll just have to play with the... Sure, you can bring your business cards if you want. So, no, we're not starting yet. Okay, so everybody needs to buddy up. Okay, Catherine. We're going to do, okay, so what do you think we should do? Okay, all right. Okay, so if everyone can quiet down, if everyone can just quiet down for a moment. Shh, 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 shh. Thank you. So does everybody have somebody that they're buddied up with? Is there anybody who's missing a partner? Raise your hand. Okay, everybody's good. Yeah, and we can also push some of these chairs out. You're welcome. Okay? Okay. So it's been brought to my attention, which is absolutely accurate, that time is running out. So why don't we take it that, because at this point, there's 10 in the inner circle? I think we're a total of 15, so that's going to be 30 minutes. So either we can do this and go until 7:30, or we can give everybody 30 seconds and you just make it short and sweet, and then you have time to connect. Okay, so the 30 seconds. So my iPhone doesn't do 30 seconds. Does anybody have the technology? Okay, great. Can you set me a 30-second timer? All right. Kristen is setting a 30-second timer. All right, so you ready? Here's the directions. Listen up. Here we go. Here's the directions. We're going to take, each one of you will have 30 seconds to look at the person across you, the woman across you, and say, this is my business, and this is what I need. This is what I'm looking for, or this is the next step. This is what I'm creating. This is what the next phase is. It could be that you need something. It could be that you want something. It could be that you are, generating, the next level of your business is going to be like that. The examples, 30 more clients, or, that's, well, go for it, 30 more clients. It doesn't, okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I'll do that. And then, So what will happen? I'll say switch after 30 seconds, and that means that the person across from you will get her 30 seconds. And then I'll say step, and step means that the inner circle is going to step clockwise to the next person. Okay, so the outer circle is going to stay. Okay. Okay, you ready? So, here we go. We are going on your mark. So inner will start. And here we go. And switch. And complete your sentence and step to the do-si-do and step to the left, inner circle. Definitely something in the future that I think one would want the 1 minute, so you can really have time to get your thought out and hear what somebody else has to say. And so, because it's 7:15 and some need to leave at 7:30, and we said that we would come into the freestyle portion. That's why I just called it quits, and we kind of got the ball rolling, and you made some introductions, but there's plenty of people that you probably want to make sure you connect with before the end of the evening. So the special offer sheet is up. Please, when we're just wrap this up, please put your offers up there, and of course take advantage. This is for us. We get these special offers. And the wine is being served, so you're welcome to help yourself to wine. And you may have seen, just like our rural intelligence woman, she said, all the people in those sections I want to connect with. So you might decide that, you have different people in different sections that you want to write down that information, people that you want to connect with. And then one thing that will be delightful to do as we go into the future, obviously it's not going to work tonight, but is to do some of this mind mapping where we kind of create some very, Helena Fruscio called intersecting different segments of interlocking something, I forget exactly what she said, intersecting segments of the population. It's not the population, what was it? It's cross-pollination. It's what happens when you take, the arts and you suddenly put it together with the entrepreneurs, or you take publishing and they get all excited about the environment, like rural intelligence is a beautiful example of that, right? And culture. So we'll want to play at that level. And it will be also interesting as we gather this information, we can see, gosh, if you're a coach, there's a lot of competition in this area. I'm changing my career. But if you're, somebody said that they were looking for manufacturers. That seems like something that's of need, right? So in this way, when we start to put all our data together, we can start to see, well, where are the gaps and what can we create and what are going to be amazing business potentials and who needs what. So the I Need Help board, I would encourage everyone to also glance at the I Need Help board so that you can see whether somebody needs your help. That's the idea. Okay, so thank you, yes. Okay, well, at this point, I think what we have to do is open up the floor. Can we let Kristen tell us your...
It's really quick, but it's the first ever WHAM benefit, and it's Sunday, June 30th at 7 o'clock at the Mahawi. And it's a celebrity panel discussing the challenges women face in the entertainment industry. And I'm really nervous about it because it's our first big benefit like that. So there's a poster there, and I hope you will see lots of information about it and come and support us. The proceeds go towards our fall play.
Do I have everyone's permission in this room, for those of you who signed in, to send you an email about that event? Okay, if there's anybody who says no, just raise your hand. Okay, great. Your job is to do that. Okay. Thank you. A great start. A great start. Does anybody have an urgent need to say anything lastly before we just break it out? Yes.
One of the things that came up a lot was, how do I get my name out? And so I'd love next time or something to talk more about that.
That would be, Jody would be telling us about marketing. Yes, Catherine.
I've been asking all sorts of groups like the Berkshire Co-op and everything. Remember Connecticut. We're not part of Massachusetts, but we want to be. And we need you desperately. We're melting. There's hardly any of us there anymore. They're all New Yorkers. We love New Yorkers, thank you, but we're an invisible population down there. Then, at the Sharon Audubon, every August, there's a big festival with like 25 people volunteering their time to teach about bats and bears and falcons and wonderful things. So it's a nice, easy, does-it way to network. So maybe, wear your T-shirt with all your great information, walk around the festival, and wherever there's a public event, I'd say let's crash it and enliven all the other women there. Thanks.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for coming in this horrendous weather. Thank you for lingering as long as you like and connecting with those people that you wanted to. The wine is there. And yay for us.